might want, I would definitely say some blocks. I have a weight out, but I might use a block today. But anything that would serve you, perhaps a strap. And so just taking these moments to arrive. You might close your eyes or soften the gaze. Just noticing that you've taken this time for yourself, carved out this time for yourself. Connect our mind, our body, our soul, our community. You might start to feel the ground beneath you. And as you feel the ground beneath you, see if you can kind of tap into feeling it holding you up. Notice what your body might do to feel that experience. You might soften into it a little bit more. Feeling the support of the earth, of the ground. Whether your eyes are open or closed, just noticing the space that you're in. Does it feel calming to you? Does it feel neutral? Noticing the mind right now. Does the mind feel busy, quiet? And if you're thinking of something specific or keep going back to, you might just take a moment to label it, allow it. Maybe even say the words, "and this too." I always use that as my mantra. It always feels as if the more I try and push something away, the louder it gets. So a little, "and this too" seems to say, okay, softens it a bit. Nothing to fix. And then bringing awareness to our breath. Noticing how the breath is showing up today. And maybe truly dropping in right now to your breath, feeling all the different sensations. Noticing where you feel movement, excuse- expansion, contraction. Perhaps playing with the breath a little bit, sending it to different places in your body. Sometimes it helps to use your hand. You might place your hand on a hip and then breathe into your hand or your belly or your heart. And sometimes it feels accessible to not do that. Nice. And right from here, we'll gently move into the humming breath, which activates the vagus nerve. So as you're ready, just taking a nice breath in through the nose. And then you might lightly let the lips come together and just hum. Mm. 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 Maybe two more. Mm. Beautiful. Coming back to your natural breath. Just noticing. So anytime we tap into that vagus nerve, really toning the nerve and helping our parasympathetic nervous system and our ability to move through both the parasympathetic and the sympathetic. Right? So being able to be activated and do the things we need to do to move quickly sometimes, and then to also be able to chill out, to know when we can to rest and digest, right? And so let's take a moment to practice some gratitude, maybe thinking over the holiday weekend, if something special happened, someone you saw, something you saw, experienced, that you feel grateful for. And setting an intention for our practice, and perhaps for the week. Nice. I keep cheering. And then as you're ready, we can start on our backs. If you're not already there, we can meet there. And so let's just start by bending into our knees with our feet on the ground. I might just rock the pelvis towards you and away. As you do, you might let your arms rest by your sides and let the shoulders open. Feel all your toes. Feel the ball of your feet, your heels. And again, softening through the chest and shoulders. Nice. Softening there. And if you have a block nearby, you might grab that and just bringing it in between the knees, whatever position feels comfortable in your body. And I'm just going to make some small circles. And notice if the shoulders, like I was talking about before, if the shoulders kind of hike up, wondering where you're going. You can just tell your body this is what we're doing, nothing more. And then reversing that circle. This is also nice to have the block by doing these movements. We're really keeping stability as we move through this cycle. Nice. Then we'll draw the knees in towards the chest. Send them away. Doesn't have to be very far because it might bother the lower back. So just listen to your body here. And then bringing the feet up to the sky, still with that block. And as you have the block, you might, if it's very wide, you might want to narrow it, but do you. And then I'm just going to kind of feel into rolling my thighs inward. But as I'm rolling my thighs inward, feeling the outer edge of my feet, feeling from my pinky toe down to my heel. So not letting my entire leg go inward. Beautiful. And then from here, just rolling through your ankles, pointing, flexing. Nice. And then we can bring the feet down. Feel free to keep the block or not as we set up for some bridges. And again, feel your whole foot on the ground as we slowly press on up. Notice how everything's feeling. See if you can locate your glutes internally. If not, you might bring your hands there and give a little squeeze. Sometimes it helps to feel as if you're dragging your heels towards you. Beautiful. And then lowering down and then finding a rhythm with your breath to move, to lift and lower. Maybe one more option to hold it here or to come right back down. And just notice what you notice here in your body. Connect to your body. Notice what you're feeling. Beautiful. And softening down. Let's draw the knees in. You might place the block aside, take a little stretch, a little hug. And then we can bring the knees apart and circle them back together, waking up the hip. Get that fluid moving, that synovial fluid that gets sticky when we sleep. And reversing that motion. Nice. And we'll stay with our knees right above the hip and the shins are out long. So in that 90-ish degree, nothing exact. And I'm going to take my block and hold it and just press like 5%, just enough to kind of hold it in place and activate the arm, the shoulder. Nice. And then I'm going to just lengthen through my right leg, draw it back in, lengthen through the left, draw it back in. Do a couple more. Nice. And then you might take your block, place it on your right thigh. You can hold it with your hand, your wrist, your forearm, whatever's comfortable here. Left arm to the sky, and I'm going to press into my right leg, press my right leg into my hand. Not much, but it also will help keep the lower back engaged to the ground as we lengthen the whole left side. So that left arm reaches back, left leg goes long. You might feel the upper core really coming in now, and we bring it back. Do that a few times. Take one more. Beautiful. And then we can switch sides. So placing that block on your left leg, holding with your left hand, right arm to the sky, and lengthening through the right side. Beautiful. As you feel done there, you might take that block and bring on the outside of your knees, holding it with both hands, and just rock. Letting out a ah. Nice. Then I'm going to take the block again, holding it with both hands, just the palm is on the sides. And then I'm going to lengthen my legs, but I'm keeping them pretty high, reaching the arms back. Find what's comfortable in your body, and then we'll bring it all back. So bend the knees, bring it, the arms can come down. Then lengthening to any way that feels useful, nourishing in your body, and then we bend. A couple more times. Your feet could be going straight up to the sky. They could be going out long. I'm somewhere in the middle. We'll take one more. Beautiful. Feel free to place that block aside. Bring the knees nice and wide and just rock. And a little back massage. Nice. And then you might bring your right ankle to your left thigh in our figure 4. You might feel fine keeping your foot on the ground, or you might place that left foot on something, or draw the legs in. You decide what works for you here. Nice. And then we can switch sides, bringing that left foot down if it was lifted. Left ankle to the right thigh. Notice how this side feels. And then decide if you want to bring your legs in or place your foot on something. Nice. And then uncrossing the legs. And then we're going to slowly come up. So find your way. You might hug one knee in and play. You might just rock along your spine. You might roll to your side and come on up. But eventually we can meet on our seat, extending the left leg long, tucking in the right foot anywhere that feels good for you. You can also have a block under that knee. Maybe lengthening the left leg, opening that side body, your right shoulder, and you can have your hand on your hip, or you might reach it over. Beautiful. Slowly lifting on up. Let's switch sides. Right leg long, bending into the left knee, opening that left shoulder, and decide where you want your left arm. Beautiful. And then we'll come on up. Let's bring our feet out wide and just let the knees rock, move into the hips. Beautiful. We'll take that right over into a tabletop. Make some cat-cows. Deep breath in. Belly drops. Exhale, rounding. Nice. And then the option to segment this. So you might bring more awareness. You could even use a band or strap if that's helpful to get the feedback, but right along the sacrum, more of a pelvic tilt. So nothing else is moving. I'm just lifting the tailbone, tucking the tailbone. Nice. And then bringing movement to the thoracic spine, which to me is the hardest to kind of isolate. Beautiful. And then into the upper back, the shoulders, letting them sink through, your chest sink through, and then press the ground away. Beautiful. Let's find that long spine. Taking our right hand, maybe the palm faces in as we start, reaching up to the sky. You can always have a block under your left hand if you'd like a little more space. Turning the palm, bringing it back behind you. And same thing, just reversing the whole thing, coming back. Right hand comes down, left forward, palm facing in. Starts to face out as you reach up. Maybe it turns as you come back. Beautiful. Let's do that one more time on each side. Beautiful. And from here, we're going to lift up that right knee out to the side a bit, and then let it travel in a bent position behind the left knee. Maybe it taps down, maybe it doesn't. You might send the hips back, and then we'll bring it back to that little fire hydrant out to the right. We'll do that maybe 2 more times. Beautiful. As you're ready, switching sides. So lifting that left knee, bringing it out to the side, crossing it over, a little touchdown, heading in that direction. Beautiful. Bringing both knees down. Let's come back on our knees. You might tuck the toes if you want the stretch, or don't tuck the toes if that hurts. And we'll come on up, reaching to the sky. On the exhale, we'll fold. Hands might come back. Inhale, come on in. Exhale, fold. I'll take that one more time. Beautiful. Sliding the hands forward. Let's step the right foot forward on the outside. You might have your right hand behind your head, or you can keep the arm long, whatever feels interesting best. As we open up the right side, and then we'll bring that elbow or hand down towards the ground. We'll take that 2 more times. Beautiful. Right hand comes down, right knee goes back, and we'll just switch it out. Left foot forward. You can always have a block under that right hand. Reaching your left hand or elbow towards the sky, and then dipping the elbow down, or hand. Bringing that knee back. And let's either sit back on our feet or up on your knees, and we're just going to bring some movement to our wrists. Rolling, opening, closing fingers. Nice. Maybe give them a shake. And as you're ready, we'll find our way up into downward dog. So of course your hands can be on a chair, a table, a wall, blocks. You might pedal, that might feel good. Nice. And then from here, you might roll the body forward into plank. And then send the hips back up. Option to do that one more time. And then walking the feet towards the hands. Perhaps finding a half lift, really lengthening the spine. Beautiful. Maybe bending the knees, softening, and root to rise. Bring it all the way up. And hands to the heart. And just take a moment, let the toes spread, the feet spread, the chest open. Beautiful. Releasing the hands. If you have some blocks nearby, I'm going to do a little hamstring. It's actually a little bit more in fascia release, but it's a hamstring stretch. So I'm going to take my blocks and my right foot is on the ground. I'm going to step my left foot back. I'm going to bend into my left knee. Now you could also use, if the blocks are too low, you can use chairs, whatever works here. And I'm going to lift my toes, my right toes, and kind of feel like you're pulling that right heel back. It's not going anywhere. For me right now, I'm feeling a very large stretch right through the hamstrings. Beautiful. And then soften coming forward. I'm going to do that a few times, sending the hips back. And then soften coming forward. And taking that one more time. Nice long spine here. No need to round. Beautiful. And coming forward. And then we can switch sides. So having the left foot forward, we'll bring the right foot back. We'll be bending into that right knee. Send the hips back. Bring my hands on the ground with the blocks as I feel as if I'm dragging my left heel towards me, sending my hips back as far as I can. Long spine. And soften. Do that a couple times. Beautiful. Bringing our feet together. I still have my blocks. I have them on the tallest height here. And let's bend into the left knee. Start to lengthen through the right. You might bring your right hand to your right hip, just taking a gentle twist here if you'd like to take it a little deeper and bring that right hand up. Keeping the spine long, that's what's so important in twists for our bones. Beautiful. We'll bring that right hand down, bending into the right knee, lengthening through the left, and left arm can come out to the side on your hip or maybe up towards the sky. Beautiful. Getting back down, bending into our knees. Let's root to rise. Bring it all the way up. And hands to the heart. And we can take this right into our balance flow. Nice. And then from here, you might lift the arms. Maybe lift up the right knee. You could always just lift the heel if you'd like. Beautiful. Stepping down that right foot, arms come back. Hands to the heart, lifting the right knee again. Let's step it back, both arms come back. Right arm sweeps up. Exhale down. Left arm sweeps up. Right hand might come to right hip as we take a little bend towards your right. Beautiful. This alone is balancing, right? As we press up. Nice. Little take off. Maybe the hands come up again, lifting the right knee. Beautiful. Arms come down and back a bit. And you might let the right leg float. Hands to the heart as we bend that knee. And then we'll step that right foot back. Arms come back. Right arm floats up. Exhale down. Left arm. And a side bend to the right. Beautiful. Coming back up. Back into our one-legged Tadasana. option wherever you want to bring that right leg. Maybe it's straight out, maybe it's down on the floor, arms soften down, hands to the heart, bend the knee, and we step it back. Right arm lifts, feel your whole right side open. Exhale down. Left arm, and a side bend to your right. Beautiful. Coming back up. And then we'll step our feet together, hands to the heart. Taking a moment to notice the two sides of our body. Feels so different, so interesting. And then as you're ready, you might sweep the arms up. Feel your whole right foot spread, maybe lifting up that left knee. As you touch down the left foot, arms sweep back. Lifting that left leg, hands to the heart, and we'll step the left foot back, arms sweep back. Left arm up. Exhale down. Right arm up. A gentle side bend to your left. Beautiful. Coming back up. Little press off into our one-legged Tadasana. Beautiful. Arms come down. You might lengthen that left leg out a bit. Hands to the heart, bend the knee, and we step it back. Arms come back. Left arm lifts. Exhale down. Right arm lifts. Reaching up and then perhaps over towards your left. Beautiful. Coming back up. And we'll press off, lying back to our one-legged Tadasana. And again, that option, you might send that left foot all the way out. It might be on the ground. Make this work for you as we bend the knee, hands to heart, and step it back. Left arm lifts. Exhale down. Right arm. Beautiful. Little side bend. Coming back up. And we find our Tadasana. Feet together, hands to the heart. And then maybe letting the hands come down by your side. Checking in with your pelvis. Finding your neutral. Checking in with your head. Drawing it in a bit. Shoulders wide. Spreading your toes wide. Your feet wide. Beautiful. From here, let's just come over to a wall or a door. And so my left side is facing the wall, and I'm an arm's length distance from the wall, my feet all the way up. And I'm going to place my left hand on the wall, and it's shoulder distance. Beautiful. And feel, first of all, you want to really anchor your feet down, get a lot of awareness in your feet, and like you're pressing away from the wall. So we've got isometrics working here. Press, press, press. Beautiful. And then you might lift that right arm up and perhaps over. Pressing away. Beautiful. Right arm can come down, just soften for a bit. Might come more to your fingertips just to release the wrist. Nice. And then we can do that again. Palm on the wall, feet on the ground. Really pressing away, and you might reach that right arm up. Continue this as an active movement with your hand, your left hand, and your feet. Beautiful. We'll come back to center and just take a moment, feel the two sides. Then we can turn and take this on the other side. Right hand shoulder distance on the wall. Anchor your feet, pressing that right hand into the wall and away as you lift up the left arm. And perhaps take that over. And the tendency might be to bend the right elbow to soften into this stretch, but we're going to keep this active in the right hand and the feet. Beautiful. And then soften that left arm down. Maybe press your fingertips into the wall, lengthening through the wrist for a moment to get a wrist break. And then we'll take it again. Lengthening through the right arm, pressing the wall away as you reach over. Beautiful. Coming back up. And letting the hands go. Find your Tadasana. Notice if you feel balanced right now. Nice. And we can come back to the front of our mat. Beautiful. Let's circle the arms up. Palms come together. We'll bring it right to the heart. And once again, circling the arms up. And back to the heart. Nice. Let's soften into the knees. We'll take a nice big step back with that right foot. You can either have the heel down, or you can be in more of a lunge, bending into your left knee. Nice. And then you might let your hands rest behind your head. Almost feels as if you're lifting up. I like placing my index finger right under the base of my skull, creating length through the neck. Beautiful. And then taking our hands, and you might just rest the back of your hands at your lower back. And notice if you're into a full tilt here. See if you can find a balance in your pelvis, the lower back. You can always bend your right knee. Beautiful. And from here, we're going to come into a half moon. So I'm going to definitely use a block here. You can use a piece of furniture, taking off with that right foot and letting that lift up. Start to open up the right side of your body. You can have a softness in the left knee. Right hand could be on the right hip. Maybe it's up at the sky. Beautiful. Let's start to bend into that left knee. We're going to bring the right foot down. Find a warrior one. Bend into that left knee. Open up through the heart. And then bringing the feet together, top of the mat, Tadasana. Beautiful. Take this to the other side. So stepping that left foot back for high lunge. Bending into the right knee. And once again, you might rest your fingertips behind the head. Beautiful. And then maybe resting the hands at the lower back, checking in with the pelvis. Beautiful. Releasing the hands, and we know where we're going now. So we're going to find our way into whatever version of that half moon is for you. So you might lift up that left leg a little bit. Start to peel open through the chest. You might lift the left arm. Beautiful. Softening into the right knee as we bring that left foot down, finding a warrior one. Nice. And stepping the feet together, hands to the heart, and just pause. Beautiful. And after holds like this, I think Breath of Joy is a beautiful segue into movement, breathing, joy, right? So it's that 3 inhales through the nose, a nice big as you're ready. We'll take 2 more. Nice. And just notice your body feel alive. It might be a little buzzy, vibration. Feel the energy moving around. Nice. As you're ready, we're gonna start our journey down. So reaching up to the sky. We'll take a fold. You can bend your knees as much as you like here. You might just drop the knees for table. You might step it back for plank. Plank could be on your knees with the feet lifted. Beautiful. And then let's send the hips back for child's pose. You can have the knees wide or together. And one way, if your knees are ever pinchy, if this doesn't feel good, putting a little washcloth right behind the knees really helps the joint. Beautiful. As you're ready, we'll slowly climb on up, come onto our back, and you might want a couple of blocks nearby. Not necessary for some, but it might feel good. I'm just going to lower the screen. Could also use a big bolster. Just thought we'd come into bound angle pose or Supta Baddha Konasana. So bringing the feet together, letting the knees go wide. And to make this ultimately restorative, sometimes it's nice to have blocks. To make it less active, I always put the flat part of the block against my leg, let the pointy part be on the ground. And again, you can use a big bolster and rest your feet up on there. Notice where you want your hands to rest. Notice the beating of your heart. Take about 2 more breaths here. Nice. And of course, you're more than welcome to stay here if this is working for you for Shavasana, or feel free to move any props, making the feet wide, and maybe bringing more movement to the lower body, some windshield wipers, maybe cactusing the arms. Dropping back in, noticing what your body might need right now, your stretch, the shape. Please take it. Nice. And then finding your way to your Shavasana, what would serve you. Legs might be up, might be on a bolster. Laying flat might feel great. Letting the head get heavy. Letting the upper back and arms be heavy. The lower back, and pelvis, and hips, legs, and feet. And just be. invite you to start to come back to your body, connecting with your breath. Perhaps taking a deep breath in through the nose. Exhale, sigh it out, let it go. Any gentle movements, your fingers and toes, stretching any way that feels good. And if it serves you, rolling to one side or the other, and just taking a moment. Gently making your way up to a comfortable seated position. I invite you to close your eyes or have a soft gaze, perhaps bringing your hands to your heart space, offering yourself love, compassion, and so much gratitude for taking this time for you and sharing your practice with us. The light in me honors the light in you. Hope you have a beautiful day today. Namaste. Thank you.
Thanks.
Enjoy your day.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That was wonderful.
That was great. It was wonderful. Thank you.
Great way to start the week.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Thank you
Bye.
very
Thank
much.
you so much.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye.